Southern Africa, home of many wild animals. Whether small or big, especially the young animals, are in need of human help. And when the young ones are strong enough, the animal rescuers help them to settle back into the wild. In this episode of Raising Wildlife, at Bambelela, the caretakers are on call around the clock in case any of the vervet monkeys encounter an emergency. Keeping Solo the cheetah fit and sharp is a priority and helps him to hunt. This baby kudu relies on all other senses for survival as he is totally blind. Let's start at the Ranch Conservancy in the Limpopo province of South Africa. Established in the 1960s, this was one of the first rehabilitation initiatives of its kind in southern Africa. Today, many wildcats find shelter here, including the cheetah, the most endangered wildcat on the planet. Frank's been working at the Conservancy for the past 14 years. His passion for raising cheetah is his driving force.
My name is Frank Kasakamula. We are here at the Ranch Lion Kingdom with the cheetahs. And the cheetah you're seeing now, his name is Solo.
And he's going to have a big surprise tomorrow. He will meet his mate for the first time. Frank wants the pair to start a new family, but the female must first accept Solo. First, Frank must take care of the juvenile cheetah, Shakira. And just like any good day, this one begins with breakfast.
Shakira is 1 year old. She's got like 3 sets of plays in a day. In the morning, when we go in to clean, we just touch her, brush her, clean her, and then in the afternoon, we take her for a run. She runs, climb up the tree and run around the enclosure.
Shakira needs regular exercise, and maintaining her natural instincts are important parts of raising her. Frank is very aware of this and spends most of his time with the young cheetah.
Normally it's chicken breast. We put some cat pellets there, and we put some calcium vitamins, which is all the supplements. Because they're in captivity, we try to put all those supplements like what they get in the wild.
Shakira was born in captivity, so unfortunately she can't be released back into the wild. But Frank intends pairing Shakira when she is older to start her own family in approximately 2 years.
The little one is very, very energetic, very playful, and we're busy training her to do all sorts of things.
And like all cheetahs, climbing trees is a favorite pastime for her, just like taking a nap after her lunch.
Right, she had a lunch, she had a run, she had a daily exercise. So now you can see she's lazy, she needs to relax now.
Cheetahs spend a lot of time sleeping, sometimes up to 16 hours a day, whether they're in the wild or in captivity. But it's also important to stretch the legs of these athletic creatures. Solo is about to get ready for his speed training, as he would in his natural environment. Frank will need to simulate a chase.
Because they are in captivity, we give them the training of running by running with a quad bike. We tie a dead chicken on the quad bike and we drive it, and then they bring out that speed and run.
Once Frank is off, there is no stopping Solo. His unique speed makes him effective, normally. Close by is Bambelela Wildlife Sanctuary, home for vervet monkeys. Nestling in the Waterberg Mountains, this is a well-known center for animal rehabilitation, but it has a special focus on primates. Here, animal caregivers help injured and orphaned vervet monkeys. Dean Oakes, a volunteer, is dedicated to the care of primates.
Hi, I'm Dean. Welcome to Bambelela. I've been here for over 2 years now. and we rehabilitate vervet monkeys.
Vervet monkeys are often persecuted because they can overthrow a piece of land and farmers retaliate. This is why Dean works with injured or orphaned monkeys.
I have a passion for wildlife. I've had it since I was a little kid. When I found out about Bambelela, I came here. One of my passions was primates. I always loved monkeys and baboons and gorillas. And to be honest, I haven't left since.
The day starts early for Dean. The baby monkeys are cared for by him the whole day. Like their human relatives, these little ones can be a bundle of joy and trouble.
Okay, so this is Mojo right over here and Zoni at the back. They're both roughly 3.5, 4 months old. They've been with me for about 2 months now, sleeping in my bed every day. Dad washing their bum every day. Hey, so now we're gonna bath them. Who's gonna go first? Zani?
Zani has no interest in going first. Well, Mojo has no choice. He must bath first. Like with any children, getting up and washed always takes the longest.
It's okay, Mojo. He's not very happy with the water situation. Mojo, go.
Wash time is not Mojo and Zani's favorite time of the day. But Dean's a very patient and persistent surrogate parent. Making sure the babies are clean is important to avoid any infections. Babysitting and caring for these babies does form close bonds for Dean.
I got quite a good relationship with both of them. Zani came here quite traumatized, so he's very clingy to me, but Mojo came here not liking me, and now has found a very strong bond with me. As you can see, he's really close with me.
Looking after one baby is a handful, but taking care of two does have its challenges. Zani is reacting for a different reason. Dean notices that the warm water causes him some discomfort.
Is your bum sore? Have you got a bit of nappy rash? Yeah. So I think Zani's got a bit of nappy rash on his bum. I'll check now once I've dried him. Put some cream on for that. Yeah. Let me just dry you. Go. Yeah. Yeah.
Dean relies on his strong bond to keep Zani calm.
We weigh them for the reason that they must constantly keep picking up weight for health reasons. Eventually, as they get older and they're sleeping outside in kindergarten, for instance, we'll weigh them once a week.
Mojo is not having a good day. Dean needs to weigh him to ensure there isn't a problem. But Mojo is having none of it. Let's return to the Ranch Conservancy in Limpopo. This privately owned game reserve is made up of natural bushveld. Taking care of orphaned cheetah is a vital project, ensuring the longevity of the species by pairing solo with his new mate. But first, Frank needs to give him his daily speed training.
Well, the cheetah is one of the fastest animals. It can go up to 120 kilometers per hour. But that is for a short burst, about 200 to 300 meters. And then, of course, with that speed, you know, if it's chasing an impala or any other antelope, by that time it will catch it. So that's how they get to hunt. We tie a dead chicken on the quad bike and we drive it, and then they bring out that speed and run and catch the prey.
And Frank is not joking about Solo's speed. Solo is visibly proud of his reward. And the next big surprise is already waiting for him. A pretty young cheetah, his new mate. But Solo's potential mate seems to be quite unimpressed with him. Will they really fit together? Frank is a bit nervous. Back at the Bambelela Wildlife Sanctuary in Limpopo, home to more than 300 vervet monkeys. Dean's work with his baby vervet monkeys is never done. By weighing Mojo and Zani, Dean will see whether his little ones have a problem or not.
Okay, so this is the medical room where all the medical gets done on the farm, injured monkeys, monkeys that come in sick, whatever. We also weigh the babies here. We weigh them every single day, constantly, to make sure that they are picking up weight and gaining and being healthy. So Zani today, if we can get the tail on, is weighing, if you sit still, 1485.
The fluctuation in weight will tell Dean the story.
That's a good weight. I have to, if I do check in the book, you can see if he did pick up. Okay, so he dropped 5 from yesterday till today. And Mojo, we're going to check now if he picked up or not.
Zani's weight has dropped. Dean will need to monitor him closely.
So we weigh them because we want to make sure that they're constantly picking up weight. Mojo.
Mojo is not interested in being weighed.
No. I just need to get away from him. Mojo, come boy. Hey. I know you don't like this part. Yeah. But you have to be a big boy for Dad, right? Yeah, sometimes he is really clingy to me. And yeah, he is a bit of a difficult one. But we get it done eventually. It just takes a bit of time. 1405. From there, they'll spend their day with their friends because that's the best thing for them, is spending their time with their own kind.
Dean takes Mojo and Zani to the kindergarten, but their excitable friends could end up being overwhelming for him too. Now let's visit the Harnas Wildlife Foundation in Namibia. Namibia has mostly a harsh environment, except for this animal-loving oasis in the middle of a desert. Harnas is a very important rehabilitation center for wildlife in Namibia. Duvenhage works at the reserve, taking care of several orphaned animals.
My name is Duvenhage. I am a coordinator on Harnas Wildlife Foundation. It is a wildlife sanctuary where we care for and rehabilitate animals that will be injured animals or orphan animals.
This young kudu, called Derek, is one of the fortunate animals to find refuge here. He's completely blind, so he would not have stood any hope of survival in the wild. Despite being unable to see, Derek the kudu's sense of hearing and smell are heightened. The scent of his milk will always lure him to his bottle.
The blind kudu we have on Harnas was found by our volunteers while being on fence patrol. They realized something was wrong with the baby kudu because it was walking into stuff, so clearly it couldn't see anymore.
Louis and his team take special care in preparing Derek's milk. Harnas has a wealth of experience in rehabilitating abandoned baby animals like the blind kudu.
The kudu we feed 3 times a day, 1 liter of milk mixed with protection. So that is just to get the stomach running and all the stuff to work in the digestive system.
Derek has taken to his bottle and is making good progress. Louis has had to develop his own way to help Derek get around and function at the sanctuary.
You can also see in his eyes that white spot. He's blind, so he cannot see. So that's why you keep talking to him showing him around basically.
In a reserve of this size, it's not uncommon for Louis to find animals in a vulnerable state at Harnas. There are currently 2 other antelope babies that also find refuge here, a Duiker and 2 weeks ago, a little Springbok.
He was found by one of our workers in the sheep kraal. So as these baby antelopes, they are small, they are easy prey. They picked them up between the sheep, and his mom is still free roaming. We don't know which one is his mom. So we'll basically implement Fani over here to walk with our baby kudu Derek, and just to guide Derek all the way as soon as they get released onto the big lawn.
Soon Derek will be introduced to these seemingly unusual friends. Antelope find security in the herd, so it's important that they can enjoy the companionship of other grazers. Wildlife helping wildlife.
Fani, come. Hey.
Fani will make a good friend for Derek. They're both young and will form their own strong bond.
He's about also a month and a half plus minus, so they grow quite quickly.
As soon as the bottle is done, Fani's back to grazing. And here's another friend. The Duiker is one of the most shy and smallest of antelopes.
Duiker actually is diver in Afrikaans. If they do get chased by any predators, they quickly dive into a bush and then they remain quiet as possible, so that is where the name Duiker comes from.
Here at Harnas, all's well that ends well. Despite his disability, this young blind kudu, Derek, will be able to enjoy security and a good quality of life provided by Louis.
As it is blind, we will not be able to release it back into the wild again. So he will be having his permanent home on Harnas, on the lawn, free roaming with our other 2 baby antelope, the Springbok and the Duiker. So they will be buddies.
Derek hasn't met his friends at Harnas yet. When this happens, they will need some time to form their bonds. But they're more likely to succeed than not.
We will most probably teach the baby Springbok and the Duiker to stay with the kudu. They will become familiar with the scent of each other, and most probably the kudu will follow.
For Louis, ensuring the well-being of Derek, Fani and the Duiker makes his job especially worthwhile. Let's get back to the Bambelela Wildlife Sanctuary in Limpopo. A special focus for the centre is rehabilitating vervet monkeys and then reintroducing them into the wild. Here at the nursery, baby vervet monkeys enjoy free time to do what they do best, play. Dean is bringing his babies here to have some fun, but Mojo and Zani are not the only ones that enjoy his attention.
Morning. Kom Zani. Where's Koala? Hello, Koala. Hello, Koala. Yeah. Hello. Hello, sweetie pie. Good morning to you too. Yeah. So this is Koala. She's not actually my baby, but she really does have a thing for me. Hello, Koala. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Now she wants to groom me. At 10 o'clock, roughly in the morning, we take the more older ones and we take them into kindergarten. We introduce them into there, where we'll sit with them. They'll socialize with the bigger monkeys, and eventually that slowly breaks their bond as being used to people, as being used to more monkeys instead of us.
Mojo and Zani will create bonds between themselves and the other baby monkeys. This will help them integrate into a troop later, and Dean's interaction will be reduced over time.
In the kindergarten, when we bring the babies in, there are constantly 2 people with them, feeding them milk, constantly giving them love and attention, because that is what they need. It's a big environment, a big cage, and they see monkeys that they've never seen before. As you can see, here's one of the ones who originally was in kindergarten, or is in kindergarten, Nikela, one of the orphans from last season. She wants to mother one of the little ones. There's that maternal instinct playing out again.
For Dean, this is a good sign that each monkey will have a role within their troop. As bonds form between the monkeys, they will develop and become stronger. When they're released into the wild, the troop will have a greater chance of surviving.
So we do this for the reason that we are starting to form a troop with them, the bigger monkeys as well as the babies. So like this little one is getting in a little bit of a fight here with the other ones. They are going to get disciplined and sometimes picked on. That's what monkeys do. That is how they live their lives. And this is so that one day they can be free. Form a little troop around them, and then they will go out like a little troop.
It is nighttime, but Dean's job is not done yet. Later, sleeping with the two babies is not easy, especially when Zani wants to hijack Dean's pillow. Finally, let's return to the Ranch Conservancy in the northern part of South Africa. Another beautiful day dawns in the bushveld. This is a very important day for Solo and his potential new mate, as well as for Frank. He needs them to pair so they can breed. And in the end, Frank hopes they will be released as a family into a bigger enclosure.
Cheetahs are endangered species. That's why we're trying to breed cheetahs so that they can number up. When breeding the cheetahs, you create some families, some prides. You put them closer to each other where they associate and socialize with each other just to form up that family.
Solo's fate will be decided by his new potential mate. As female cheetah choose their partners, let's hope Solo's first impressions are good enough so that she will accept him.
You will see that the female will accept that male or she will reject the male. So it's a bit of difficulty because the female is the one which is supposed to accept the male.
The moment has arrived. Will Frank's dream pairing work?
Solo, come inside. I have to just walk a bit more closer to the female with him. See if... Come, Solo, come. Oh, boy. Solo, come. Savannah, come. Come, boy. Good boy. Yeah. Oh. Come, Sola, come. Sol, come. Savannah, come. This might be a good match. She might be interested in this male. Let's see. Kelly. Savannah. Come, Kelly. Oh, Savannah, come. You could hear the pairing. They're not fighting already.
The first encounter did not result in a fight. First good sign. Frank knows not to force the issue, but allow the pairing to happen as naturally as possible. Perhaps being in each other's company first is the way to go.
Here the purring, that means happiness, so this is actually the best match.
Well, maybe Solo and Savannah will be starting their family soon. Let's make the next trip to Bambelela Wildlife Sanctuary in Bela, Limpopo in South Africa. As a long day draws to a close at the Vervet Monkey Rehabilitation Centre, Dean and his colleague, Belinda, prepare the baby vervet monkeys for bed.
So the tail is going to go through the hole and the diaper goes back to front on. Otherwise the monkeys are very clever, they know exactly how to take their diapers off. And for the really naughty ones, they get sellotape on.
Dean treats Mojo and Zani as if they were infant children. They require patience, care and love.
I'm gonna make some milk now. Yeah, Mojo, I can see already you're hungry.
Dean prepares their evening snack, milk. Mojo and Zani are growing rapidly and need a full day's worth of nutrients. Missing any of the feeding times could be bad for any of the two babies, especially for Zani, who has recently lost some weight.
From then on, take them to bed, feed them throughout the night, and that is the best thing for them. Okay, so this is my room. We've got my two babies here, busy feeding now. This is where they get fed every night. Yeah, they sleep in bed with me. You already tired, Zonny? I'm gonna hijack my pillow again. Yeah. If I've had a long day, for instance in like kindergarten, where it's a bit more rough, it will take possibly half an hour to an hour to fall asleep. Otherwise, if it's been an easy day, it can take up to about an hour and a half or so. Mess around, see what they can tear down, break what they can break. Yeah, find things I never even knew I owned.
Soon Mojo and Zani will be ready to sleep. Dean and his Vervet monkey babies will start a new playful day tomorrow.